Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of the Magic Arena Run. Okay, so today is FNM day, so we're going to be... Okay, I'll submit this deck first. So we're going to be doing Historic today. Now, everyone's been pretty much talking about a certain 4/4 Boogie Woman in Historic. Her name is Winota. And everyone's saying that Winota is probably even more busted than before because she wasn't exactly going about with Agent of Treachery, so not legal in Brawl anymore. That's the good news. However, as far as everything else is concerned, not hard to say. Actually, now that you mention it, I didn't get a notification about any added wild cards. So question mark. We should see a notice that agent. Yeah, actually no. Agent of Treachery is still legal, so I guess we're still waiting on this. So okay, we might have, but anyway, everyone's still talking about Winota, and I'm not surprised. So I'm trying out the theory that if I put enough X for removal, we should be just fine on that one. So we're going to be trying out Gempalm Incinerator. The theory is that instead of dealing with all the small creatures, we should try to deal with the big one. So we have quite a bit of removal. A few copies of Goblin. Pretty much, it's the goal is to have a few early Goblins. Have enough so that we can. So that if we have to cycle and target the Winota, that's it. We have X equals 4. Otherwise, we have 3 copies of Red Cap Melee because she happens to be red. So good job. Also 4 copies of Heartfire. It's another way to help finish off our opponent. We just need to get some early points of damage. A few copies of Lightning Strike. Some copies of Bone Crusher Giant. I'm debating whether I should have Trash Master or Ferocity of the Wilds or even Heraldic Banner as another way to pump our guys. And we have a few copies of Flame of Keld because especially the third act, it will really help us, especially if we get a ton of small goblins. And otherwise, our mana base is quite regular here. So let's hope my mouse doesn't die on me. We're gonna give this deck a go. See how many wins we can rack up here. So we have a hypothesis against Winota. We're gonna see it, and we're also trying out another card. So that said, the good news is we can keep this, kind of unload our hand early, then just play Flame of Keld. Drawing into additional land will help. As far as our Goblin selection goes, we have we have the Firebrands that you see here. We have Skirk Prospector in case we need additional mana. We have a few rigging runners because we might sometimes get a 2/2 out of it. I considered running a Cavalcade-esque build. Ooh, this is a problem. Especially if our opponent... Oh, nope, it's just a 2-1. So, still a problem for the Burning Tree. We might have to... So, we're definitely going to play the Mountain, play the Instigate. Hey, not bad. We can play the Mountain, play the Instigator. Cycle this end of turn. So my only concern... So if our opponent's going to go into attack, I'm just going to snipe the Scorch Bitter. Opponent plays Annex. Let's pre-snipe the Scorch Bitter. Sure, our opponent's going to still have a 4x. I could alternately have just sniped the Burning Tree Emissary. So we'll cycle this. Lightning Strike is okay. So hopefully we draw into... Okay, perfect. We draw into another land. So we're gonna go here. Lightning Strike. Not with the Firebrand. I'm trying to see if I can take out the Burning Tree Emissary. Now the problem is our opponent could have Ember Cleave and we would be in trouble at this point. So playing Flame of Keld, we will draw a few extra cards. Now we just need more gas. Might be an issue though. I think expending all our gas early is a problem. I might want to just put some copies of Shock if I have to deal with X2s all the time. Anyway, Steamkin. Opponent probably just swings with these two. There's no point in holding them back. There's literally only one blocker right now. Yeah, there you go. So let's see what we get. Heartfire. Into another Flame of Keld. Okay, so we have an interesting situation here. First interesting situation with my mouse. No. So I can actually... So if our opponent takes this out, that's fine. If our opponent doesn't take it out... Let's see, does he have the Ember Cleave? That's good. There's the Ember Cleave. We will just take we'll take 5 damage. So I'll actually take it. So what's gonna happen is okay, Rigging Runner. Swing for 2. Hit for 6 and 2/2 first strike, so we can actually block the dude carrying Ember Cleave. So it actually did pay off. I'm dealing with all these smaller creatures. I'm actually curious what the black mana is for. Now alternately, I could just take another 5. Opponent probably just blocks. Call up the Death Dweller, gets Anax back. Okay. I take it back. I'll just block. Hit another Rigging Runner. I'm actually gonna just cast the Bone Crusher Giant and the Rigging Runner. We will take 13, so we are forced to block this one. Yuck. Yeah, you need a way to answer Ember Cleave. I don't think Trash Giant's enough. Oh, he only swung with that. We will go down to 1. He might have a Shock, so we'll see. He probably should have just swung with Scorch Bitter. Nope, didn't swing with Scorch Bitter, so... Flame of Keld's kind of cute. Yeah, Flame of Keld's kind of cute. I probably should also consider Risk Factor as another way to draw cards. But getting extra damage, especially because we're running a lot of weenies, is good. So we might add a little extra oomph to this package. We need ways to snipe our opponent's creatures too. Not just the big one, but also the smaller ones. So... But we have plenty of choices for that. Just search up Goblin. So what we have plenty of choices. The Rigging Runners, Creator Maker is a good choice. Ember Hauler is also a good choice. We won't be able to run 21 lands at this point. We'll have to go up to 22. So I could actually just cut the Bone Crusher Giant in that stead. In that case. I could also just cut the Trash Master. This one's way too expensive. So probably just run 2. Let's see if... Okay, to run all 4... Just cut 1 Bone Crusher Giant and... 1 Red Cap Melee. I guess that's how I'd balance it for now. Do I want to run Ember Hauler? That's also a plausible strategy. We'll run it like this for now. So 4 Crater Maker, few things minus. So let's play this one out. Now, to be fair, it's not. We're not just going to be dealing with Ember Cleave, though. That's what. So Goblin Trash Man. So what did I do? Yeah, -1 Bone Crusher Giant and -1 Red Cap Melee. Okay, save that. Do we keep this one? Yuck. Nope, opponent concedes. Okay, that was so undeserved. I have to apologize to our opponent. I was gonna mulligan that one for the record. And I do not know what the rare was because it converted to gems. That's fine too. So probably have to play a few extra games even if we hit 2. Well, I could also just lose a ton of extra games. That would also work. Yeah, probably should be faster in editing the deck. Okay, so this one's keepable. Lano or Elves. Okay, so we'll bolt the Elves next time. So in fact, we have a plan here. I could actually just play the land, play Crater, make. Let's see what our opponent does. Spellbreaker. Does he go for it? Nope, he's going for the heavy damage. So I'm more concerned about what the 4-drop would be rather than this. So do I just shock the Elves right now, take the 4? I could also just Crater make. Let's just play the Instigator for now. We might get lucky. Also also it does give us some options. If our opponent does go for a questing beast, I might just sack these 2 goblins and Heartfire that instead. Yeah, it's not looking great. Yeah, I'm guessing we probably need more of those X4. So I'm probably gonna put the Red Cap Melee back. Opponent Goblin Ruin Blaster. Yeah, he's not gonna kick it because it doesn't matter. We'll take the 4. Actually, I'll probably block this too, so that's a non-issue. My mouse is a bigger issue at this point. I used to think that wireless mice is the future. This is not it. Got it. Swing first. Target this. Sack this. No, I could just bolt the Elves right now. My only concern is our opponent's about to hit 4 mana anyway. Might not. Yeah, let's just end the turn here. I might have to do a Crater Maker Lightning Strike combo. Luca. I don't want to. I don't want to know what the creature he's gonna -2 is. I'm not waiting to find out. So he exiles. Okay, Jade Light Ranger is there. Actually, perfect. We hit our Ruin Blaster. We're definitely gonna kick. Let's knife the Stomping Ground. He'll still, and we get to ding Luca a little bit. Problem is, our opponent can still just cast the Jade Light Ranger and -2. So we could still be looking at an Ancient of Treachery or an Angrat's Marauders or something. Opponent goes Jade Light Ranger. Makes sense. The double Explorer is relevant. Okay, does he keep or bin? Bin. He draws a land. He can play the land. We'll be entering maintenance soon. Okay, so I think this is the time when the cards actually start getting banned. So he's hitting an X4. Oh no, he just plussed it. Okay, let's do the math. Flame of Kill's nice. We are expending quite a lot of resources just dealing with this Luca though, so I don't think we're going to win this one. Yeah, the timing is also not so great because we just hit in system maintenance. It will give me plenty of time to think about how to fix this up. Our opponent might actually just be plussing. Is this a +1? Okay. Yeah, it didn't quite pan out. We had to use our burn on everything else. Oh, he did have something. It's Gidaro Wandering Monster. Okay, this is gonna be a problem. We're actually dead next turn, so the Flame of Kill doesn't do anything. Yeah, that's good. Good game. So, Price should I'm gonna do a quick check on how long the system maintenance thing's gonna go. MTG Arena server status. It's still letting us play, so that's something. Let's see. Scheduled for June 5 to June... Rescheduled for June 5. Okay, that's why the update did not happen. Okay, so at this point... 8 a.m. Pacific. I'm gonna have to do a lot of math here. Oh, it's 8 a.m. Pacific right now. So it's... Oh, got about less than half an hour to maybe... Less than half an hour, and we have nothing... I think it's also understood that people are... Well... Okay, we're definitely keeping this one. We got the turn 1 Mountain Forgotten Cave, turn 2 Instigator. Cutting mana feels a bit weird, but we still are running 21 lands. Boreal Razor. Ironic. No, we're gonna cycle. If I draw another mountain, nope, did not draw another mountain. Now here comes the true test. Opponent plays Charming Prince, so this is clearly a Winota style build. We're gonna have to hold up. If I can draw another mana. Nope, whiff on the mana, that's a problem, so I'm just gonna have to play Rigging Runner and pass. Hanged Executioner, so he's not there yet. which also means we are... Which also means we're gonna have to let these slip through. I'm gonna take the 2 from the Charming Prince. Or he's not gonna swing at all, that's fine. So I'm saving up for the Gempalm Incinerator, but I'm also saving up for the Red Cap melee. Opponent hit their 4th land. Here comes the expected Winota. Stop before combat. Opponent actually... Oh, opponent actually gave up there. I'm gonna swing with the Rigging Runner. Opponent might try... Gonna go with Charming Prince. Doesn't see it has first strike. Well, probably just wants to make sure the Hanged Executioner doesn't get in. So, play... Next. I will have to play... Okay, this is a problem. This takes 2 mana to cycle. I can play Skirk Prospector. I'll only be able to deal X equals 3. I'm kind of gambling that our opponent's last card is... Kind of gambling our opponent's last card is not Winota. Yeah, sacking that. I might have been better off just not swinging at all. Neoform. Okay, Neoform into Winota. I can cycle this... X equal... Oh, wait. Let's go for combat. It's X equals 5, so... Cycle. So, I need to activate sack. Activate sack. Target creature. Resolve. Yes, that's 3 damage, which is perfect because we still have Bone Crusher Giant. Sack. And at this point, I'm gonna just sack the Prospector. So that's 2 Winotas down. And we did draw into a land, so we can save up Crater Maker. Opponent plays another Charming Prince. In fact, we can actually just play Bone Crusher Giant at this point. So we've answered 2 out of 4 Winotas. That's the good news. And... yeah, we're gonna take the 1. Another Crater Maker. Opponent plays another Arboreal Grazer. He's now gumming up the board, which is perfect for us. Flame of Keld. No, we're not discarding yet. We will sack the crate. Now, if our opponent top picks Winota, that's a problem, but we're out of gas at this point. We did our best between the... Okay. Opponent's just gonna take it now. So at this point... I'm just gonna cast the Skirk Prospector because I could sack it anyway if I need mana. So Skirk Prospector essentially money in the bank. Opponent concedes. Whew! So we did answer Winota. Yep. Our hypothesis is... yeah, it's just somewhat convoluted with all the math that we had to do. It's a good thing we actually drew into the Bone Crusher Giant. We had to sack a lot of goblins along the way. I can see a red-black build, including Mayhem Devil as a possibility. That wouldn't be so bad. So we're gonna do at least one more game here. Well, Mayhem Devil is on the expensive end. You would have to include you would definitely cut the cyclers. You definitely cut the cyclers, but you can add Heartless Act instead, which is actually still problematic because Neoform. Also, that means Cast On's a problem. So, Umori the Collector. This is a problem for us too because we literally got only 2 goblins that are good. Depends what our opponent's creatures are. Opponent face Ancient Ziggurat. So definitely Crater Maker turn 2. Then Prospector Incinerator possible turn 3. Looking like a plan at least. Rigging Runner is a bit on the weird end, but it does hold the board somewhat. Mantle Vanguard, always a problem. So this, because these are vampires, this could be the other version of Winota. So in that case, yes, the target is always going to be Winota. The good news is our opponent does not running Neoform because of Umori the Collector. It's also another Danto Vanguard. So we're in for a bit of a World of Hurt. We're going to take 3 damage here. I can convert the Firebrand into either a kill spell or it's taking 3 damage or 4 damage to our opponent anytime. So here's the trick. Embereth, Skirk Prospector, so that's X equals 3 if I don't sack anything. I have the option to Forgotten Caves, cycle the Forgotten Cave if I need to. Opponent's still taking their time thinking about this. If you attack, I'm definitely going to take. That's a given. I can alternately block. No, because I'm now very suspicious of this. This is clearly another attempt at Winota. I don't think our opponent will swing until he has a way around it. So we have plan B. We have a Heartfire. Also, our opponent seems to be stuck at on mana, so that might help us for a while. Okay, down to 15. Opponent plays Legion War Boss. We're definitely sniping that. Goblin on Goblin violence. Caveat is we're not gonna cycle the Forgotten Cave anymore, but that I was kind of expecting to have to do something like that. Yeah, because Legion War Boss is gonna make more things that I can handle. So I probably will just play the cave. Opponent could still swing. Oh, he's not. Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna play the cave. Play the Skirk Prospector. So I now have options. If our opponent... In fact, I have ways to take out Umori. I can just cycle the Incinerator, then sack the Firebrand. Opponent's taking more damage willingly than I expected. Winota, join your forces, so stop before combat. So... yeah, Gempalm Incinerator tech. And we get to draw a card. Oh, and you get to Ruin Blaster, so it will slow our opponent down even further. Okay. Yeah. Caveat is our opponent... well, I can just sacrifice a Skirk Prospector for red cap melee. That said, I'm taking out the Ancient Ziggurat first. Then if I have a way to take out the Sacred Foundry, I will. Yeah. We're gonna slow our opponent down quite a bit. Then the funny thing is, Flame of Keld combined with Heartfire is equal to 6. So I'm definitely not swinging. Opponent probably plays another land. Yes, and deals more damage to himself in the process. Bone Crusher Giant. Stomp deals 2 damage to it. Let's see if what our opponent decides. But we also nuke a Bone Crusher Giant activation that way. Opponent sacrifices that down to Vanguard. Fauna Shaman. Okay, so he's gonna go for the dig. Okay, drew another Heartfire. So let's see if our opponent just blocks. Okay, he blocks. Then does he activate? This is the gambit, because he could... Okay, he just takes it. That's fine. Just sack the Skirk Prospector. So if our opponent just plays Umori at this point, yeah, we're literally giving up a lot of equity doing this. We've had to clear out a lot of board just for this. It's down to 1 card though. So I'm hoping for another creature. Okay, there's a Lightning Strike. I guess I'll pass. I could also just play the Flame of Keld, discard everything, but right now, Fauna Shaman, perfect, perfect. I kind of still... So we're just gonna discard the Heartfire because we need more lands at this point. Hopefully we draw into more damage. Opponent's also stuck, so we got... Okay, we got full load. So if our opponent has nothing, this... Okay, Cactus the Unscarred has protection from everything except 4. Okay, so I guess we're not swinging anytime soon. That's a bummer. I guess I just played the Rigging Runner. So at this point we're gonna just try to go wide. Opponent could swing. Probably won't. Oh, it's going... Oh yeah, he has to attack each turn if able. So we'll take 6. Let's see if our opponent has... oh, no, he doesn't. He might still have something, but... He might still have Burn. He does... just cycle this. Okay, Goblin Instigator. No, I'm not making that trade. Opponent hits Ancient Ziggurat. Hits Angrat's Marauders. So this will deal 12 damage. I'll go down to 2. Very painful. But I think I can... I think I still win because I have enough damage through our opponent here. Yeah, Haktos having to attack each turn if able, not doing any favors. Yep, and there we go. That's game. Ooh, that was a very interesting build we survived. So, yeah, we now have a theorem against Winota. Now, that said, does it do well against the other matchups? There are certain matchups I can think of, but they're mostly in Artisan that it doesn't do well against, so that might be an issue. But this is otherwise relatively cheap. What are the rares that I'm running here? I had to run Bone Crusher Giant as extra burn. This could easily be replaced with... Well, actually, it can't be easily replaced. You still want to have that extra body. The Flame of Keld is an uncommon. Everything's practically an uncommon. The rares are only the Castle Embrits and the Bone Crusher Giants, and we even decreased these to fit in the Crater Makers. I guess Porphyros' intervention is a possibility, but we are running. But we are going land light in this setup. In fact, the Ruined Blaster feels weird, but sometimes there is a juicy land you get to take out, and sometimes you have enough mana for the job. I guess there could be more room for red cap, but otherwise this deck kind of works as long as Winota is still in historic and everyone is still trying to abuse it. We just have to keep in mind the kind of removal we want to have, and we definitely want a hand with this, or this. Well, if we're running this, enough goblins to go with it as well. Anyway, that's it for this episode, the Magic Arena Run. If you like what you saw, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Turn on notifications and whatnot. Yeah, in less than half an hour, we will be in a Brave New Standard, Brave New Historic. No more Ancient of Treachery, no more Fires of Invention. Companions will be nerfed. We'll see how things happen then. Well, until then, thank you very much for watching. I hope to see you guys again next time. Take care. God bless. Stay safe wherever you are. Have a great day.